Ash.
Taryne.
Lee.
Renee.
Ashley. Wait, do you call me a nickname?
Not really.
Not really. Do you just call me Taryne?
Yeah. Taryne.
I don't think I've ever heard you call me something else.
I don't think I do.
Weird. Wow, this was not how I was gonna start.
I feel like I tried to call you Terror Bear like Alicia did, and then I tried to call you, I think at one point I was like, yeah, T, and then I was like, no. Didn't like any of them.
Not confident
I like
enough.
your name. You have a fun name.
Thanks, boo. No, I was thinking about all the nicknames people call me, and I was gonna do a TikTok where it's like, post the person and what they call you. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like thinking, and I was like, I think you just call me Taryne.
Yeah, I do.
Anyways, I was going to say, let's start with word association because we haven't done it in a while.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Ring. Today's episode is brought to you by Simply Safe. If you've listened to the show before, you've probably heard us talk about Simply Safe. You know they were named the best home security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. They're always innovating, always working on the next thing to help keep you and your loved ones safe 24/7, like their new 2-in-1 smoke and CO detector. It's next generation hazard detection that distinguishes between fire and cooking smoke, so your home is protected and you get fewer false alarms.
With Simply Safe's 24/7 professional monitoring service, trained agents stand ready to respond in an emergency, dispatching police, firefighters, or EMTs to your door, even if you're away or can't be reached. Monitoring service costs under $1 a day, so it's totally worth it. Simply Safe is super easy and user-friendly to set up yourself, or if you don't trust yourself, like I don't trust myself, you can have a certified technician install it for you.
Right now, get 20% off your new system when you sign up for interactive monitoring. Visit simplysafe.com/advice. That's simplysafe.com/advice. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Today's episode is brought to you by Canva. Creating visual content is an essential part of what we do, but the creative process hasn't always been easy. For example, brainstorm all these amazing graphics and ideas we had of different things we wanted to do on socials, but then when we actually sat down and tried to do it, it was not giving, Ash, right?
No, Taryne, it was not.
Ever since we found Canva for Teams, it has been easy to collaborate and design with our team, which makes the whole process so much more creative and fun.
Canva for Teams is a design platform that makes it easy for anyone to create stunning content in any format, from social media posts to videos, presentations, and websites. The endless templates and premium fonts, photos, graphics, and videos add personality and edge to my team's content.
Collaborate with Canva for Teams. Right now, you can get a free 45-day extended trial when you go to canva.me/advice. That's canva.me/advice for a free 45-day extended trial. Canva.me/advice.
I hate this stuff. My brain goes blank. It goes absolutely blank.
The first one?
Ring around the rosy.
No, Ash, it's one word.
What? I don't understand how this game works.
Ring, pop, bubble, gum.
Okay, can we try
You know
again?
what I mean?
Can we try
Yeah. A different one?
Yes.
Do you want to start?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Light.
Bulb.
Pokemon.
Catch 'em.
Ash.
Catch 'em. That works though.
We all have our strengths and weaknesses.
I'm not good with this stuff, Taryne. You always put me on the spot.
Because it's fun.
But my brain
for
doesn't.
me.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't, and you use it for entertainment purposes because you know it doesn't.
No.
You know it doesn't.
In my defense, you
for
usually do
years,
better.
years you've known it doesn't, and you still put me in these positions. I have an update.
Yes.
Did you notice that I danced at the Italy wedding?
Did I notice? Yup.
pretty hard.
I'm so proud
too.
of you.
Pretty hard.
Yep.
And I was having a debrief with my boyfriend about this because we were like, why do we think she danced so hard? And then I realized
I have some theories.
not only did I have wine, but then I had a lot of champagne. And then I had a shot of vodka. And I don't drink vodka.
But also, I feel like usually, like after you have a few drinks,
I'm pretty good.
You get better. But you want to know what I think?
I didn't have my shoes. I took my shoes off. I was wearing.
You did
flats.
take your shoes off. I think I was partly to not blame. What's a positive blame?
You were a crucial, integral part.
Yes, because I pulled you. Remember when we went after the dinner? We went in because I changed my shoes or fixed my dress or something. And I sat you down and I was like, Ash, because your boyfriend grabbed your hips. And you guys were doing this like little dance thing. And it was cute because you went with it, but then you got embarrassed and kind of stopped. But I was watching you and I was like, okay, she looked so hot. So I told you in there.
The compliment.
I was like, Ash, when you guys were on the, like, you looked hot. And you were like, really? I was like, no. Like it was like sexy. Like you looked hot. And
in
you
my
were just
head,
like,
I looked like a turtle trying to twerk every time.
It was to the point where I looked and I was like,
Can someone make a meme of a turtle my face on a turtle trying to dance? Yes, I think that did help a lot too.
And like I feel like throughout, like I kept noticing, like me, your other friends, we would be like, okay, Ash, and I think it was like giving this confidence of like, oh, because I feel like you're always just scared that you look dumb.
Yes,
and you want to.
I think that's where the fear is rooted.
Yeah, but
you were thriving. It also helped that I in like club scenarios, I feel like I'm always kind of just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't wear an outfit that I feel great in. Thank the Lord. The dress that I was in is the most flattering dress of all time.
Yeah.
And I felt like I looked good and I felt good because I had had enough drinks and it was just a magical evening. So I think it was an array of things that made me feel good, but I danced my heart out.
Dude, Ashley is my actual biggest fan.
My toe is still numb.
Okay.
We were at the airport and I told everyone as we were coming back, I was like, yeah, my second biggest toe on my left foot is still numb from the wedding night. And they were like, that's a bad sign. And I was like, I did something. You
should get that checked out, honestly. As long as it doesn't start turning
It hasn't turned any colors, but I have been like massaging it, trying to make sure it doesn't stays alive.
I looked like an actual toddler that had too much sugar on the dance floor. I just was bouncing around.
Can we post that video?
Oh God. Let me review it first.
I already have it's fine. It is PG and it's hilarious.
No, I'm like, I literally just have no chill. Like
fine, PG-13, but it's hilarious.
Oh, 13.
Well, I'm thinking about like maybe
my muchachas.
All the dresses. I don't know. No, it's PG. It's PG.
Again, let me just review. But I just get so hype when I'm like on the dance floor with like all my friends. I was thriving and it was so funny because I was like a hot mess. Like I was literally dancing my little heart out.
One of my favorite moments, me and my boyfriend. So like, I feel like this was Jackson's first time like really seeing you dance.
Yeah.
And because
not just dance like
dance hard.
No inhibition.
Right. Zero inhibition. One of my favorite moments is we were dancing and you were dancing with us and then you ran off somewhere and then both of us watch you go up to the DJ booth and start like grinding on the booth, not on the DJ himself, not on a person of any kind, on the booth. And that's when he started laughing so hard because you weren't looking and you were just grinding on
with my freaking knit shawl
on the booth. And it was so funny. And both of us started laughing so hard. I'm pretty sure that's when I started crying because I was like laughing too hard.
Dude, I had so much fun. It was funny because there's this, she said it in her vlog. There's a guy, TK's like kind of like, they're flirting. They're flirting. And I love him. Like we were like homies this trip. But the next day I asked him because I was curious because we were talking about how perceptions from social media and we were saying how like TK was like, yeah, I feel like I probably come off as this like party, like club all the time, like girl, because she's always posting like stories like days later and whatever.
Yeah.
And so I asked him, I was like, out of the three of us, it was me, TK, and Alicia. I was like, who do you think is the biggest like partier? Which to me was such a funny question because it's like so obvious, right? Like I'm definitely the least, right?
Yeah.
Like anyone who
Not
even
me
remotely
questioning.
knows.
I was like, do I know this?
Well, anyways. But so it was funny because he goes, without even a hesitation, he goes, oh, you for sure, to me. And I was like, what? He was like, I mean, I'm just basing this off of like how nuts you were on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah. If I'm on a dance floor, like it's game over. But it was just, anyways, it was just funny.
Yeah.
It was funny. I
have an update.
Oh, yeah. Please tell us.
My second
Please
update.
tell us.
I saw The Little Mermaid last night.
No spoilers. I haven't seen it.
No spoilers. It was incredible.
Was it?
So good, so well done, so worth the hype. Haley was perfect for the part, and they kept it close to like the original story, and it made me feel something. It made me feel something good. Little Mermaid has always been my favorite princess. My parents love to talk about how I stole all their forks to brush my hair because they were dingle hoppers,
So cute.
and I believed in mermaids until I was like 16.
So cute.
And being like a hardcore Ariel fan, loved it.
You know what?
Highly
I've never
recommend.
noticed because every time we talk about like old Disney Channel movies, a lot of your favorites are the mermaid ones.
Yes,
Like a lot.
I love.
You love mermaids. I don't think I knew this.
Little Mermaid.
T.
Mm-hmm.
T.
That's just everyone should go see it and support it. It was great.
I don't think I have an update. Do I have an update? Tell me, Ash. Tell me about my life. Oh, I did have a guy on a dating app tell me that my Legos, how much I love Legos, is hot.
Oh, yeah. So our when we went to Italy, we started a group chat with the group that was coming from LA specifically. And I love how it's still going because Taryne has consistently kept us updated on this guy that she's talking to online. And all of us, including my boyfriend, are very invested in what's going on. And it's so funny because we're just like, oh, say this. Or what did he say?
Yeah.
Or Taryne will be like, update, he thinks it's hot, and we'll just be like, it's hot, and it's so funny.
No, it was so funny. He was like, honestly, like it's really hot, like my Lego obsession. And then my response was, honestly, it's really hot that you think that that's hot. Like, hello. Anyways, and I'm not joking, we've had like 3 exchanges, and it's probably by the time this airs, we're not talking anymore. But I was like, thank you, because that's all I want. I want someone to come into my life and be like, you're so weird, and it's like so hot. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Okay. Anyways,
we need the Nick to her Jess.
I do need the Nick to my Jess.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyways, he's out there, and we're gonna have a beautiful, eccentric, weird life.
Mm-hmm. I see that for you.
I know. It's fine. Today's episode is brought to you by Simply Safe. If you've listened to the show before, you've probably heard us talk about Simply Safe. You know they were named the best home security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. So they're probably resting on their laurels, right? No, definitely not. They're always innovating, always working on the next thing to help keep you and your loved ones safe 24/7, like their new 2-in-1 smoke and CO detector. It's next generation hazard detection that distinguishes between fire and cooking smoke, so your home is protected and you get fewer false alarms.
As you guys know, I moved out on my own late last year, and let me tell you, it's scary. It's scary going to bed, being the only one in your place, and nothing has brought much better sleep than having my own alarm system, being able to check my cameras late at night or wherever I am, even if I'm not home. With Simply Safe's 24/7 professional monitoring service, trained agents stand ready to respond in an emergency, dispatching police, firefighters, or EMTs to your door, even if you're away or can't be reached. Monitoring service costs under $1 a day, so it's totally worth it. Simply Safe is super easy and user-friendly to set up yourself, or if you don't trust yourself, like I don't trust myself, you can have a certified technician install it for you. Plus, their new smoke and CO detector sensors join Simply Safe's comprehensive suite of advanced security cameras, sensors, and hazard detectors for seamless whole home monitoring. And there's no reason to wait. With financing through Affirm, you can secure your home today and pay over time in installments that fit your budget.
Right now, get 20% off your new system when you sign up for interactive monitoring. Visit simplysafe.com/advice. That's simplysafe.com/advice. There's no safe like Simply Safe. I'm going to read a Taryne It Up.
Ooh, a little swapsies.
Swapsies. Also because the last 2 episodes, I think we finished my story and then we're like, we've been talking for so long. So I want you
it's not our fault. You guys keep sending us these really great stories that we just keep going on and on over, and then we run out of time to get to mine. So little swapsies is fun.
Swapsies. Okay, so this is called Tearing Up the DMs.
Ooh.
Which is is this the plot to my life?
Yeah, it is.
Someday I should screenshot all of the DMs I've sent celebrities.
The plot twist is you're writing into your own podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Ash and Taryne, I love the pod. I've been listening for about 3 years now, and it's a major bright spot for my Monday workouts.
Love.
I never thought I would send a Taryne It Up, but I was listening to the pod recently, and the Taryne It Up was so funny I was cry laughing that it gave me the courage to share an embarrassing moment of mine with the world.
Yes.
Honestly, that is the one, I think, because everyone in my life has said I'm the funny one, right? I'm the funny friend.
You are.
And it's not that I try to be. I think it's the fact that years ago, I was I am just going to embrace the stupid crap that happens to me and what I do.
Uh-huh.
So I don't hide from it. I just embrace it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why when you laugh at yourself, it gives permission for people to laugh at you.
Yes.
And so that is my movement. My hope for Taryne It Ups is that it makes everyone see life is too short to be embarrassed. Mm-hmm. You should just embrace what makes you weird.
Exactly.
Just embrace it. Anyways, okay.
This is Taryne writing into her own.
It is me.
But really quickly, I feel like I always save this towards the very end, but this is your sign. If something embarrassing has happened to you, or you have something you want to share on the podcast, or a story that you want advice on, stop what you're doing. Send us the email. We need it.
Absolutely.
Y'all are our content. And that's how we get these good stories.
Yeah. Okay. First, to add a little bit of context, last August, I had just moved to a new apartment complex after a bad breakup. I was in a group chat with a bunch of people in the friend group that I shared with my ex on Instagram that we all would use to send each other reels, memes, all the things. Mm-hmm. A little while after the breakup, I tried to leave this group chat. One of my friends added me back in and jokingly said that I could never leave. It was a bit awkward, but I just muted the notifications on the group chat and called it a day.
Me with every group chat.
Right? It's so overwhelming.
The constant notifications drive me insane. I can't do it.
You know what I hate? When I'm working, I can't just get on my phone. Mm-hmm. So by the time I get on and I see that there's 135 notifications, I feel like I'm reading a novel, and then anything I want to respond to, there's no point because you've moved past. It's too late. So what ends up happening is I say something and no one ever responds to what I say.
Yeah.
Because they're past it.
They're way past it.
They're past it.
I'm usually the one that's way past it.
Yeah. She's like, I don't care.
I'm like, that was hours ago. I don't
30 minutes.
I can't bring it back.
Yeah. Okay. Several months later, I had to get knee surgery the day before Valentine's Day. The meds they gave me were very strong, so I mostly just slept through the first 2 days, or so I thought. Oh. A few days later, I opened up Instagram for the first time since the surgery, or so I thought. I see a notification that my ex's brother, who I'll call Ryan, had reacted to one of my messages. I thought that was weird since I haven't messaged him in 6 months at this point.
Right.
To my horror, I see that the message in question was a video that I'd sent into that group chat. And the video was one of those dumb, trendy videos that says, send this to your crush on Valentine's Day.
No.
And then I had texted at Ryan below, which is her ex's brother. Everyone saw it, including my ex.
No.
I messaged everyone after explaining that I had been under the influence of pain meds and that I had no memory of sending it and that I was so sorry, but I truly think that my pride will never recover. Haha, I hope this story makes you laugh as hard as it made me cringe.
Oh my
Love
gosh.
Carly.
I've that feeling, that like gut sinking feeling when you realize what happened.
Dude.
And you're just staring at it and you can't undo it and it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Yeah. But that's when
going
you
back.
need a friend like me who has a skill of getting out of things. Like one time Ash, she sent us a screenshot of this guy's Instagram that she was talking to. Or so she thought. I'm just going to keep saying or so we thought. And she did not send it to us. She sent it to him. So literally sent this guy a screenshot of his Instagram.
Yes.
It was like a post or something.
I've done this twice in my life.
So she immediately texts us and she's freaking out. Like, what do I do? What do I do? And I was like, oh my God, so easy. Literally just really quickly say, like, ooh, like someone's looking hot today, or like, love this shirt on you or something. And so then you did. And then it was like blew over like so quick. Because it was like, oh, I sent you a screenshot of this photo because I liked it. Yeah. When in reality, you were sending it to us for like, I don't even remember what the reason was.
I don't remember what it was either. I blacked out.
So she recovered well. But everything is, you can explain or get through something as long as you just think it through.
Yeah. The problem is as you guys know, with the word game earlier, I'm not good with on the spot stuff. My brain goes blank. Yeah. I can't think. You're like, name your favorite ice cream flavor, and I'm like, yellow. I don't know, and it's so maddening. So get yourself a friend. Get yourself a friend who can think clearly when you can't.
Yes,
and then you're winning in life, no matter what comes your way.
Exactly. Wow, that was a great one. That's so embarrassing. I would die too, but
mortifying.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
What's even worse is it's like it was to the brother.
Yeah, so he's like, wait, is she hitting on my brother?
Was
in front of me?
Were you into my brother the whole time?
Maybe, are you into the brother?
Are you currently? Maybe maybe the little brother got hot, you know?
You know what they say, pain pills are the truth tellers of the pills.
That was bad.
But you knew what I meant. You knew what I meant.
Real bad. That was real bad. We're just going to bypass that and get into my story. Finally, it's been weeks.
Ashley's like, finally, Taryne.
I'm very excited for this one. This one is titled, Totally New Topic, Hot Girl Solo Summer.
Okay. I mean, currently can relate.
Yeah. And then this title continues, except I don't want it to be. Advice needed.
Currently can relate.
OMG. Hey, girls. OMG.
Hi.
Hello. I have been listening to you guys since the beginning of the pod and religiously go on a hot girl walk every Monday to listen to the episode. Hey, workout gang. If I'm not cleaning and listening to a podcast, I'm doing a hot girl walk and listening to a podcast. It's my favorite thing to do. Again, getting back into it. She continues, I'm going to stay anonymous. Hey, anonymous gang. Honestly, just because I want to be a part of the squad.
It is a squad. That squad rolls deep.
They really do. Deep. I'll do the classic. You can know my name. Her name is bleep it out, please, Michaela. I have always wanted to write in, but feel like right now is really my time to shine. I have a situation that no one in my life has gone through, no one I know has advice for, and something you guys have never really talked about. So triple whammy. Moral of the story, I headed to my faves and will give you the rundown on me. We're her faves.
I mean, rightfully so.
It makes sense. We're also our own faves.
No, literally.
She writes, I'm 21 years old. I'm from Studio City, California. Throwback to Alicia's Billboard era. Hello.
Ayo.
That was a good time. And currently am in college as a civil engineer major on the East Coast. I am an Enneagram 1 wing 2 and am as single as a Pringle. My last boyfriend was about a year ago, and I've been needing some action, but decided first and foremost that I would spend this year treating myself right. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, Anonymous. Yes.
Absolutely. I can't wait for you to quote Mike Todd later, because you are probably about singleness
Probably
being important.
Probably.
Yep.
I do tend to do that. I'm happy to say that I did so. And although I struggle here and there with some seasonal depression, guys, this East Coast permacloud is atrocious.
Oof.
I have dealt with a lot of mental struggles and have come out so much stronger on the other side, which partially has to do with the amazing advice you two give on this podcast. Wow. She keeps throwing in these little,
I know,
these
we
little
love
things.
you. Gas us up.
This summer, I am hoping to live the hottest of hot girl summers while my internship in Nuremberg, Germany begins. Sounds awesome, right? Well, here's the catch. I don't know how to achieve this. I don't know anyone. Like anyone. I talked to one of the other interns, but will be living by myself and haven't been in contact with literally anyone else at all. And did I mention I don't speak German? Don't worry, the job is in English overall. If I have a hot girl solo summer, I know I'll make the most of it and absolutely will kill the solo travel grind. I am super independent and have been to Europe a couple of times, so I have a lot of confidence in myself in that regard. But if I'm being real, I don't think I want to be entirely solo. I want to make new friends, have cool memories, and maybe make out with a couple cute guys by my side. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You can't blame a girl for dreaming. I want that cliche whirlwind European summer. So here's my question. How do I achieve this? I don't know where to start once I get to Germany and overall think I need some advice on how to make the most of my time there. I will definitely have an amazing summer romanticizing my life by myself, but want to challenge myself by having the summer people write about in books. And OMG, I sound delusional. That these are my craziest thoughts that otherwise will never see the light of day. So thank you so much for making it this far, and thank you for the potential advice. I love you guys and this podcast and hope you have the best rest of your day. Anonymous.
Amazing. Wow.
Ooh.
First of all, very jealous.
Very jealous.
Germany is one of my top places I want to go explore. Because I am German.
You don't know anyone. Like that's what
Yeah.
so many possibilities. That's what's crazy is it's so many possibilities, but she's right. Like you have to make the right decisions to have all of those possibilities like work out, you know?
Yeah. But like I feel now I haven't like stayed anywhere long term like that and haven't been like totally by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I've traveled, especially in Europe, like people are so welcoming and like it doesn't take much conversation to like have somebody be like, oh, I recommend a restaurant or you should try this. So I feel like all you need to do is go into every experience you have being very open, being brave, starting conversations. Like literally even my taxi driver that I mentioned last episode, we started talking about tattoos. So he gave me 2 tattoo places in Italy. We started talking about like, he was talking about something he photographed with like a racetrack. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I wish I was here longer because I would totally invite myself. Like, it's just, I think the more just conversational you are with people, you're going to run into people that are going to be like, oh, well, if you're not doing anything Saturday, you should come.
Yes.
Or, you know, or being like, hey, do you want to exchange Instagrams? Like, I don't know anyone here, so would love to like tag along if that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just about putting yourself out there.
Yes. I have a friend who travels solo all the time, and I have asked her multiple questions because I don't understand how she does it so well and thrives while doing it and like makes friends and like ends up having dinner with these girls. And I'm like, this is crazy. I don't understand your life. But this is really weird timing. My sister sent us, I don't think you responded to it, but it was in a group chat. She sent a TikTok. It was kind of long. It was this guy who was traveling in Japan. He was going through like a rough time and was sitting in this park and was like, you know what? Like, I don't know what's going on. He says he's very like intuitive, and he just kind of like sat down at this bench because it felt right. And he was going to like process through some things he's been dealing with. Ends up sitting next to this old guy who comes and sits down next to him. They have this beautiful conversation. The guy leaves.
Like Nick and Tran?
Yeah. Literally. And then the old man leaves, and the guy like pulls out his phone and starts talking about this beautiful conversation he had with this complete stranger of an old man in Japan, and how it changed his life. And I think the message that I took away from that TikTok was you have to make yourself available. And I think that means for you, Anonymous, I think that means like lunch, dinners, don't sit in your apartment and eat your dinner watching TV. That's just sad. You're in Germany. Like, it's sad, period, that like most of us live our lives like that. But like, you're out and about, like you should be eating lunch in a cute cafe. Do not put your AirPods in. Do not be on your phone while you're eating lunch. Like, sit there and be available for life to happen. And as long as you make yourself available, life will happen. Like, it will happen. And you just got to allow yourself to be open to conversations, to like making eye contact with people, to guys, to girls, to friendships, to relationships. Like, let yourself be open to things happening. And then that way you can be in charge of, if you want to say yes, you can. If you want to say no, you can. But unplug, go out there, be out there. And I think it'll happen.
I think too, something like, so we stayed in like this villa, and it was like there weren't too many guests, and we were obsessed with breakfast, like obsessed. Like, no matter what, in the morning we were going to breakfast at our villa because we just loved it. And what ended up happening is by the second day they were like, oh, hey. And then by the third day we're like, hey, you know what I mean? And then it got to the point where one of the breakfasts, me and Alicia were having this like deep convo, and I'm like crying. The waiter walks up, sees me crying, stops, and is like, oh, he was so cute. He was like, my beautiful sister. Oh, thank you, God, for this beautiful moment. And like, just like was so invested to the point where then the next time he saw me, he like hugs me and he's like, how are you doing today? And I'm like, oh, I'm good now, you know, like whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like, I think there's something about going somewhere frequently because you start to get familiar with the people there. You start to get familiar with feeling comfortable in an area.
You'll have a usual order.
Yeah. So I would find like a coffee shop that's like busy.
Yeah.
I was going to say bussin', but that's like, I've never used that word in my entire life. Anyways, like go to a coffee shop that's like right in the middle of town, that has like cute tables outside that you can be like, whatever, take a book, take your computer, like have that be like where you journal, whatever. And like Ash said, maybe only wear one AirPod and be like looking up frequently and have it be somewhere to the point where now you're getting comfortable with like the staff. And you walk in and you're like, hey guys, like good to see you again. Oh my gosh, I love this place. Then you can be like, what are cool restaurants? Like whatever. But then maybe there's also like another girl who keeps going there. And then you guys kind of say like hi to each other. And you know what I mean? So have places that you're familiar with, but also have places you try that are new and different and just be open. Yeah. Make yourself open.
And I think your key to this is your internship. So once it's scary to tell strangers that you're traveling alone and you don't know where to go. But like at your workplace, like you can talk to people more openly. And I think that the second you get there, just be like, hi, who wants to be friends? Who wants to explore with me? Like, here's my, like, hey, I'm Ashley. Like, I'm living alone. Like, I need a buddy. Like, let's go explore here. Or hey, I'm going to go do this weekend. Would you like to come? Like, I would love to have a buddy. And just make it clear and known that you're looking for people to hang with. Yeah. And that way, other people who might be in the same situation, or people who live there that just want to join, or know people who might want to join that are your age, make it well known what you're looking for. And I feel like people will show up. Like, I feel like a lot of people, I kind of love when people are like, hey, I'm single. If you know anyone, let me know, because they're putting it out there. Yeah. And you never know who might know someone who knows someone who knows someone who's also single, and you happen to be their type, you know, or know someone who is also trying to explore in Germany. Yeah. So I think absolutely put it out there in your workplace.
Fully. I'm excited for you. I think this is going to be such a fun chapter. And I think that some of it is fake it till you make it. Like, some of it is like, I'm nervous walking in here, but I'm going to keep my head held high and I'm going to talk to someone, even if I totally bumble my words and that was so awkward. Like, cool, well, maybe I got that out of the way. So the next person I talk to, I'm going to. Yeah. And it's just about like taking steps. But I will say, I know for me, travel, Taryne, is my favorite version of myself. I'm so brave.
Yeah.
I'm so bold, especially when it comes to like guys or talking to strangers. So I feel like you need to just embrace the travel you and let that be like an excuse to explore and do things that you wouldn't necessarily do on a normal day-to-day basis.
1,000%.
Wow, jealous.
I know that was kind of short, but anonymous, that's really all the equipment you need to move forward. I'm so excited for this summer for you. Please document it. Like, take photos, journal every single day. Like, if you're a vlogger, vlog it. Like, do something to where you can look back and remember these memories, because these are like core memories that you will never forget, that you'll tell your kids about, you'll tell your grandkids about. That one summer you spent in Germany as in an internship. Like, that's just such a dream. And I'm so excited and happy for you that you get to see the world.
Yeah. Oh, but also be safe.
Yeah.
Don't leak your location. Yeah. Don't go home with just anyone. Like, be safe, because
don't tell everyone you're traveling single.
There are serial killers that are alive and well. And probably in Germany. Ach, du lieber Gott.
They're everywhere.
Today's episode is brought to you by Canva. Creating visual content is an essential part of what we do, but the creative process hasn't always been easy. For example, brainstorm all these like amazing graphics and ideas we had of different like things we wanted to do on socials, but then when we actually sat down and tried to do it, it was not giving, Ash, right?
No, Taryne, it was not.
Ever since we found Canva for Teams, it has been easy to collaborate and design with our team, which makes the whole process so much more creative and fun.
Canva for Teams is a design platform that makes it easy for anyone to create stunning content in any format, from social media posts to videos, presentations, and websites. The endless templates and premium fonts, photos, graphics, and videos add personality and edge to my team's content. With features designed for brand consistency, Canva for Teams makes it easy to maintain your aesthetic and add your logos, fonts, and colors to absolutely anything that you create. And I'm obsessed with Canva for Teams because Canva for Teams streamlines how we do social media as well. We can plan, create, and share social media content directly to all of our channels, all from one place, and even schedule posts ahead of time, which is a game changer, especially when you're juggling multiple websites or multiple social media accounts. And Canva for Teams has a video editor that is so user-friendly, you guys, with tons of filters, animations, and transitions that will bring your group's content to life. And Canva for Teams enables you to take your presentations to the next level with professionally designed presentation templates. Plus, their remote control feature means that you can virtually connect and navigate slides from any device.
Collaborate with Canva for Teams. Right now, you can get a free 45-day extended trial when you go to canva.me/advice. That's canva.me/advice for a free 45-day extended trial. canva.me/advice. All right, T, let's get into the next story. This one is titled, How Do I Make Friends with Someone I Don't Want to Be Friends with? I love this. I love this.
A lot of faking it.
Fake it till you make it. Hello, lovely ladies. My name is Taylor, and you can say my name.
Hey, Tay.
First off, I want to say I love your podcast, and I've been a day one listener.
My girl.
I want to get straight to the story because this has been a long time coming. I don't know my Enneagram, but I'm 21 years old and a Virgo. I really don't know anything about any sign except my own, and I think Scorpios are crazy. That's like the vibe I get. Like when people are always like, oh, you're a Scorpio, oh, you're wild. That's literally all I know. I don't know anything about other signs.
I don't know much about it either.
But I will look it up later so I can be like, oh, she's a Virgo.
She's a Virgo. Let me look.
Yeah, just look up like a quick synopsis.
Virgos are an earth sign ruled by Mercury, are caring, organized, and highly critical individuals with strong communication skills. Strong communication.
Honestly, I feel like that's all we need to know. And I feel like you're going to be fine after knowing that and knowing your story.
Yeah, I clicked the link to read more and it went away. So
okay,
I feel like that's all we need to know.
Synopsis.
That's all we need to know.
Yeah. Okay. I had a child when I was 17 years old, a junior in high school with my boyfriend of 4 years at the time. This relationship was not stable in any way almost the entire time. He broke up with me on my birthday. 1 month after I had our child. The audacity.
Wow.
If I can push a human out, you can wait 6 months more.
I'm not shocked. Okay.
Do you not? You don't?
I'm not shocked that there was a breakup, right?
Yeah.
They're super young. They had a kid in high school. Like, I understand. A breakup was probably inevitable.
He was probably like, I don't know what to do.
Waited. He could have waited. Like, obviously, it was unfortunate timing of everything. He could have waited 6 more months, just, emotionally. You're going through a lot. Yep. Hormones are flying. You just gave birth to his child.
Yep.
He could have waited.
He could have waited.
His mom could have told him to wait. Mm-hmm. Come on, Mom. Mm-hmm. I get he's a child. He doesn't know what he's doing either, but like, geez.
No, yeah. Terrible. Terrible. Even a week? A week?
Would have been very kind of him.
Not on your birthday?
Very
like
kind
a
of
week?
him. Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible.
My God.
I had...
If that was my son, he would have gotten punished.
Oh, absolutely.
For breaking up
Grounded.
with you on your birthday,
Yes.
the day after giving birth to his son that he's responsible for.
Absolutely.
I would have punished him.
A month, but still.
I would have punished him.
Yep.
He would have been in so much trouble.
Yep.
I can't. Wow.
Yep. I had suspected him of cheating, but it was very obvious when he got with another girl 2 weeks later.
Oh?
Fast forward. Winning. Just kidding.
What?
Yeah, no, he sucks.
Not only did he break up with you after having a kid, his kid.
On your birthday.
2 weeks later. But he was cheating on you.
Yep.
While you were giving birth / carrying his child. I quit.
I know.
This is, I would have killed my kid.
Yep.
I would have killed my son.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would have gone in the books.
Can I continue?
I'm just so shocked.
Just kidding. Okay. Fast forward to now, almost 3 years later. They are still together, living together, all the things. He sees our son every other weekend and occasionally on some holidays. Here is where my advice is needed. His girlfriend and I have never spoken a word to each other besides some nasty messages sent on Instagram when they first got together. I've been wanting to reach out and get on good terms with her because I hate that my child goes over to her house and I've never spoken with her or got to know her at all.
Yeah.
I know she's a good person and great with kids. My child loves her and talks about her in a positive way. In a way, this makes me feel like a bad mom for not checking out who my child is around every other weekend. Yeah. I know it is my responsibility to keep my child safe, and it worries me that I don't personally know this girl.
Yeah.
What would be your advice on reaching out to her? Or should I talk to my child's father about it first? I believe their relationship is serious, and I want to meet the person my child will be with when he is over at his dad's. She's a couple years younger than I am, and they have been together for almost 3 years. I think I am just overthinking the whole thing, but this has been giving me anxiety for a long time. Thank you for creating an outlet for anyone to use to get out their feelings and being big sisters to thousands of people. So sweet. Even if you don't read this on the podcast, I'm glad to say this is my first and probably not my last. I have a ton of Taryne It Ups. Email to send you. I know we need them. Since you love photos, I will attach one of me and my son. I love you bunches. They're so cute. Look at it.
Stop.
Look at his little suspenders. Oh my gosh, so cute.
I feel like you have been through so much, and I feel like you have so much positivity and like maturity, like just shining through you right now, which I think just goes to show like the type of person you are, like at your core. You sound like a beautiful human, and I love that you are even like thinking about this from the perspective of your son. You know, like I wouldn't want to talk to the woman that my guy cheated on me with. Like I wouldn't want anything to do with her. But when you think about that, like the second you said my son goes and spends so much time at her house with her, of course I would want to make sure she's a good person and whatever. I feel like the only way to go about this in a like healthy way and in a way to create some kind of like not team, but kind of like a team mentality between the three of you guys would be to, I don't know how you guys talk, if it's via text or email or if you even have her number, but if you could somehow group chat them and talk to them both together, I would say almost exactly what you just said. I would be like, hey, I would really love to talk with you guys. I know we have our past and it has scarred me, and it's been, you know, I didn't want to get to know her. I didn't want to, you know, have to experience this or have to go through this with her in the picture. But, you know, you guys have been together for a long time. She now knows my son. I would really love to create some kind of relationship and get to know the other woman who is also like co-parenting my kid. And I think if you word it that way and make it very clear that like you're trying to form a relationship with her and that you simply want to get to know her and let the past be the past, I don't see why they would have a problem with that. And as his father, I would want that.
Yeah.
Assuming he's a good guy and assuming that the girl's a good girl, I would want a good relationship between my ex-girlfriend and my current girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because of the kid, you know?
Yeah. So I was trying to do some math. So, because she said she had the child when she's 17.
Mm-hmm.
She's
And
now
the other girl
21.
was a few years younger.
Yeah. So she's now 21. So if I did the math right of how old the girl was when you had the kid, and you said they got together right as you broke up, so it should be, I think the other girl is only like 18.
Well, that changes things.
So for me,
She's
think
18?
Yeah. I think she's only 18. Well, oh my God. I did all that math, but it's so stupid because
So they're living
it says
together?
she's a couple years younger than I am. She's 21. So yeah, I would say the girl is like 18 or 19.
And she's living with that guy.
Living with the guy. Yeah. So, okay.
I have a question. Legally, does your kid, can you control where your kid goes?
Not if, because it sounds like they have a custody agreement.
But if she's 18, it has to be her parents' house. It's not her house, right?
No. She's 18. She's an adult. She can do whatever she wants.
But I don't see how, unless she's just super rich, how can you afford a place of your own? Unless it's a dorm.
I don't know. It doesn't say it's her place, though, did it? They just live together.
She said her house. Oh, well, so it could be his house?
Yeah. I mean, I think either way, like, they just live together, and she's 18. And honestly, like, I've known there's some people that are super adult, like, at 18. I feel like with her being so young, I think my approach would be very, like, nonchalant. I think all this stuff that you said, I think that would be stuff that I would make sure to communicate in the actual conversation if it happens. Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's two, and I wish I could ask you questions, because first of all, I would want to know what your relationship is like with the dad. Yeah. Because if you guys have a solid relationship, then I would just like reach out to him and be like, hey, I would love if we can, my like kiddo's going to be in school on Wednesday. I would love to like get lunch with you and so, whoever the girl is. And be like, I'd love to just like move forward and make sure like we're all just like on good terms as we're all a part of like the team that's taking care of like whoever, I don't know what your kid's name is. That's probably how I would approach it if terms are good with you and the guy. Mm-hmm. If they're not good with you and the guy, I don't think you have to go through him. I would maybe reach out to her and just be like, hey, like, honestly, I've been wanting to reach out for a long time because I think it's very clear, like, you're going to be a part of my kid's life and he, like, loves you. And so I feel like enough time has gone by that I would love for us to just get together and chat and, like, just be on like good terms and be like, I know the past is like was a little crazy, but like I would love if we can just like get lunch or coffee sometime if you're open to that, and make it super just like casual, whatever. hopefully she'll be like, yeah, I'm down to. And then you guys can have a conversation and just be like, obviously at the time, it was like a painful time. I was really hurt. And like, I'm so sorry for like our nasty exchange. But like at that time, I just was hurting. And then I would just be like, I'd love to just like get to know you and have it be a super just like small talk, asking about her life, saying like, oh, I love this because now anytime I go drop off, like we can say hi to each other. Like I'm not expecting us to be best friends, but I wanted to get at a good place where like I felt like I knew who my kid was like talking about. And then I would just move forward from there. If she's petty and she's like, no, I have no interest in getting to know you, then maybe that's where you can push harder of like telling the dad like, hey, I need us to all be at a good place and I feel comfortable with dropping my kid off. If that still doesn't go well, unfortunately, some people just have to have those scenarios where it's as long as like everything's respectful and I'm not concerned for like my kid's safety, we communicate through email, I drop off, I pick up, and we don't have any type of like interaction.
Yeah.
But I think it's all kind of based on like what your relationships are like. And I think you kind of reach out in these little ways and then see how it's responded to and then go from there.
Yeah. It's also tough. Like this other girl is only 18. Statistically, like her and this guy probably won't work out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So it's like, is she actually going to be in your guys' life?
Yeah.
For the future? Like, statistically, probably not.
Yeah, but I mean,
currently she is.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't want to pour in too much effort because statistically it probably won't work out. But then at the same time, they've been together for 3 years.
Yeah.
Your kid is now what, 3 years old-ish?
Yeah.
Enough to know her, enough to be forming memories. So it's tough. That's really tough. Everything in me wouldn't want to, but everything in me that wants to be a good mom would want to.
I think as chill, your demeanor is going to definitely affect hers. And as an 18-year-old, you have to think through that lens. So, and a normal 18-year-old, like not you, because you had a kid at 17. Like you grew up
you were forced to
super
grow up
fast.
She can still be a mess, bratty teenager if she wants to.
Yeah. So I think if you are super nonchalant and are like, hey,
she's a teenager,
would love to get coffee and just clear the air because my kiddo has like, he's such a fan of you and I just want to like make sure we're all on good terms and you're super light about it, I feel like she'll be receptive. If you go in and are super like, well, and you're like,
judging,
upset,
maybe.
She's gonna be like, oh, I'm thinking about being 18. She clearly still has feelings for you because she's so upset. So you know what I mean? Like you gotta think through that lens and remember what your goal is. If your goal is just to be nonchalant and make sure things are peaceful, keep it super light. And then if a friendship grows from there and she ends up being like your kid's stepmom for the rest of your life, like you guys build on that. But right now, you're just wanting to be cordial. So just be light. Be like super whatever. And remember, you don't have to be your best friend.
Be light and airy. You don't have to be her best friend. Again, statistically, you probably won't have to be her best friend. I cannot get over.
She's not going to be her, but you don't know. And either way, she is a person in your kid's life. Yes. So I get the reason for wanting to move forward with that.
Yeah.
But
I think that's actually very mature of you and you're being a great mom. And
you don't have to love her.
I'm proud of you.
You don't, there's
I
no
just
pressure.
hate that you have to go through that.
Yeah. You just are trying to be cordial. So, but if what Ash read about a Virgo, you're very good at communication. And I think you should just go into it being strategic about how you talk to her, understanding with the lens of like she's 18.
Yeah.
And just kind of go from there, see how it goes.
I mean, ideally, when there is like a stepmom or something like that involved, the ideal situation is that you are best friends or you all get along or at least like respect each other.
Yeah.
So if you guys are starting now, I can only imagine where you'll be when you're 30. Like that would be a really great foundation to possibly fully be able to trust your kid's stepmom.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
So if that's where this leads, then I love that for you. I love that you're starting soon, and I love that you're putting this much work into it.
Yeah.
You sound like an amazing mom.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of all of the good decisions you've made so far.
Yeah. And congrats on getting rid of the guy.
Yeah. At least he's not your problem anymore.
The worst. So he can forget all of her birthdays, and she has to deal. Remember that.
Yeah.
If you go in and you're like, oh, she's so annoying, have empathy because she now has to date him.
Yeah. She's worried he's going to break up with her on her birthday.
Yeah, she now has to date him. So
Yeah.
throw her a bone.
God, I hate him.
He's the worst.
I can't get over how so I have so much anger right now.
You do.
I'm so upset.
We need to end this podcast so Ash can go throw a plate at the wall.
Go crush something.
She's pissed. We just get in a fight because you're just so mad.
I hate him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me tell a dad joke.
Email.
She's going to write him an email.
It'll be anonymous. He'll never know.
He probably doesn't have an email address. Let's be real.
I mean, probably not. It's probably his school's email.
It's probably Escape for Life.
Some 90s.
Anyways, Ashley, what did the lettuce say to the celery?
I got nothing.
Quit stalking me.
No, that's good. That's a good one. Guys, if you made it to the dad joke, we love you the mostest. Send us all your emails, all the stories that you want advice on, funny stories, serious stories. We want them all. Be sure to check out our merch. We have some, and you can rep some, and it would be cool if we all repped it together. And yeah, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.
Love you. Bye.